I know I'm saying all this and then I'm like putting another video of me talking on YouTube, which is owned by Google, which is owned by God knows who, really. It's as easy as deciding I'm not even doing this because I want to do it. At some point, I thought I could make a living, and that's why I started doing this. That's why I started putting me for free on these platforms whose plan it was all along to scrape my likeness, my movements, my voice for AI, for God knows what. Deepfakes, I don't know. I remember when I was a girl, and my friends' moms would take photos at birthday parties, and I thought, this is going to Facebook. I would turn around, and I would, be sort of coy with my, oh, haha, it's the back of my head, anonymity, whatever. Or I'd pull out that my mom doesn't want me on the internet, which was true, by the way. And somewhere along the line, I was being fed, everyone was being fed, it's really this romantic, amazing thing to have your likeness all over the internet, and I ate it. I opened my mouth and I was like, ow, just one bite. I don't know when that happened. I don't know how that happened. But we're sold this, like, you could make a living, by the way, which for most of us, we don't personally know or have any proof of the people that have made a living from just posting videos they made in their basement, right? I mean, I'm not going to put on a tinfoil hat and be like, everyone's a plant, all of this is fake, but we can't entertain the possibility that it's not above that possibility. Does that make sense? We're just believing stuff. That's crazy. That's nuts. I have not made a living off of this, ever. At some point I got to where I had a very decent amount of followers, but I didn't care for that. And if everyone could just do it, and if it was as lucrative as they say, I would probably have already been a career content creator, because I have had a camera and a YouTube account far longer than I've had a high school diploma. In fact, I've had a camera and a YouTube account since 2009, maybe? Oh yeah. Oh yeah. It's too convenient for me to be like, oh, it's probably nothing. This is probably just a bunch of conspiracy nuts. The bot tests and the CAPTCHAs and everyone put all this stuff of yourself on the internet, and then surprise, later we're rolling out a feature that makes it so that we can basically make a digital skin suit of you. It's too convenient to not be premeditated. This morning I deleted all that extra stuff off Instagram because it never got me an acting gig. It never made me, a successful musician. Nothing I've ever posted has gotten me anything in the real world. I was played. We all are, because we all think, oh, this is going to get me something, and then it's a lie. It's basically a myth. They got us. They got us good. I reckon the people orchestrating all of this found out that artists and creatives are very scared of being inadequate and of being fallible and of looking bad and of messing up. And they were like, here's this tool where you can chop up and edit everything so that it looks like you're perfect and everything's intentional and everything's just the way you want. And there's nothing awkward and there's nothing imperfect about it. And you are the perfect artist and it looks great. But how many of us actually get anywhere from doing that we wouldn't have gotten in real life? Because I met a man who has no house to sleep in on the street, who said, let's play music sometime, and no one has ever done that on Instagram or YouTube or Facebook or I don't know, what are the other ones? But we're scared. We're scared to do it in the real world because we're gonna mess up real bad in the real world. We're gonna make so many mistakes, it's gonna look awful. Yeah. Well, how do you want to play? You get one turn. How do you want to play? We die after this.